From Del Mar to Middletown, Bombay Hook to the Brandywine, Dover to Wilmington. This is the Caesar Rodney Institute Policy Podcast. Today, CRI Communications Director Sam Friedman talks with Sterling Burnett, Managing Editor, Environment and Climate News with the Heartland Institute, about changing EPA water rules that can affect your life. Here's Sam.
Sterling, you wrote this week about the Obama water rule. Apparently the federal district court blocked it, but now the administration says they're going to defy the court order. Can you just briefly and quickly explain what the water rule is and why the Obama administration...
I should say the water rule is called WOTUS, Waters of the United States. Under previous law and court rulings, the federal government had authority over navigable waterways within the United States. But over time, the government stretched its meaning of navigable to where it was covering distant puddles, swamps that had no connections to navigable water, people's farm ponds, areas that were dredged for sand mines that became filled with water. Suddenly, the government had control of them under navigable waterway. Well, the courts over time have reined the federal government in and said, no, these aren't navigable waterways. You can't control those. So, in an attempt to claw back its illegitimate power, the Obama administration issued a new rule, and all they did was they removed the words navigable from the waterways, thus making all waters in the United States under federal control. It's waters of the United States. So any place that has water, basically, under this rule, federal zoning could come. Now, a federal court, hearing a case from 13 different states, it issued a stay in its area. It said, no, this rule is likely to fall. It runs against Supreme Court previous rulings. It runs against previous administration's beliefs of the powers of the EPA under the Clean Water Act. And it runs against numerous things people from Congress have said about it. So he says, this rule is likely to fail, and rather than have the states put through it in the meantime, I'm going to issue a stay. But his stay was only for the 13 states that sued in his court. Now, you had 18 other states that had sued in various other jurisdictions, and those courts did not put a stay on. And so what the administration has said is they're not going to defy the court in those 13 states. They're just going to impose the rule in all the other states, which is 37 states, that don't have a stay on them. Now, some of the states that sued, the 18 other states that had sued, they have gone and now requested that a court of appeals that will likely hear the ruling from the 13th state case, they've asked that the stay be extended nationwide, that they shouldn't have two different rules, one for 13 states and one for 37 under the Clean Water Act, and so they've asked for a national stay.
Sterling, tell me what's going on with Heartland.
Heartland is going to have a presence at the Conference of the Parties 21 in Paris. That's the big climate meeting where they're going to try and hammer out the new treaty. Heartland's going to be there. You can go to heartland.org to find out about our presence there. And, of course, you can download our Heartland Daily Podcast on iTunes to hear great commentary on issues important to you.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me on.
That was Sterling Burnett, Managing Editor of the Environment and Climate News with the Heartland Institute. You've been listening to the Caesar Rodney Institute Impact Delaware Policy Podcast. Visit our website, caesarrodney.org, for the latest columns, research, and events on issues affecting you. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our episode archive. I'm Sam Friedman. Thanks for joining us, and have a great rest of your day.